Hello, Dot. It's so cold out here. Also, just for the record, it's been already two food deliveries to the City Hall people. It was pizza and there was a killer burger. So, just wanted to say that for the record. It was supposed to be at 5, but I mean, there's not many people. Yeah, I mean, there's more people arriving actually. But it was scheduled for 5, so probably 5:30. I will give it up. Yeah, exactly, Alicia. I saw I don't know how many boxes of pizza, a lot of ranch, and again, right, the killer burger. That is crazy, 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 crazy work. They definitely love the ranch. I saw, yeah. Also, we have some people already. I don't know if you guys recognize them. Ice facility. Red pepper flakes. Honestly, we'll see again, right? Since there's not much people yet here, we'll see how it turns out. It turns out, honestly. No, not yet, Alicia. Hopefully not. Hello, Jessica. Welcome in, people. I just want to say also a few things. I'm still pissed at the media, right? Because we have one camera actually. They're interviewing Fox News, actually, I believe. Here interviewing people. The only nice Jessica I saw, right? Wait, no, Alicia. There's also Jessica Sales running for District 3. You know, remember? So that's two Jessicas. Right? No, yeah, I swear, yeah. Again, we'll see how it turns out. So far, there's still, well, I was gonna say there's more people arriving, but I don't see anybody else yet. We'll see. So Lara, so for what I saw, right, there was one program which was from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. if I'm not mistaken, and that was just going over a few things of the city. There was not really any security discussions, for what I remember seeing at the on the web page. And there's another thing, 6:30, I believe, but I don't remember exactly. And how long it'll last? Honestly, I'll give it an hour, probably to an hour and a half. But I didn't see any security thing being on the calendar, so that was a little odd. Yeah, no, exactly, Alicia. That's basically the schedule inside the city hall. But out here, right, the people are, yes, here obviously demanding to revoke the ice permit, and then and that's basically the thing that I have as a well, the picture at the beginning, right? It's it's either they do something or resign. It's literally just already the people demanding action or they are out of office. But again, right, we still need like if we really want action, we need people to be present and really demanding action. Okay, yeah, there's more people arriving. That's the good thing. But basically, yeah, everything is or you take action or you're out of office. Again, this is me personally, right? I'm not affiliated with the organizations or the people that organize all this, but I still don't feel like voting, right? Because that's what a lot of people are still claiming. Like we need to vote, we need to go and vote, right? Register to vote and whatnot. But I still don't think really voting is gonna take us out of what's happening here. We really need to be stepping up, other than just voting. Because what exactly are we doing other than waiting? We're literally just waiting for midterms, right? That's what the people that want to vote are saying. And what are we accomplishing by just waiting? It's again, right, just giving them more room to do whatever they want to do. Exactly, and I mean, a lot of people still, it's either they don't want to acknowledge that or they don't realize, right? But the structure of the government, since it's a two-party, right? Every single elected official has to basically work along with each other, right? It doesn't matter which party they are. It's basically they're all the same coin, right? It's two sides of the same coin. They are sponsored by the same people, right? And we're talking about the PACs. I'm not gonna mention a specific one because I'm getting censored apparently for that. So they get the money from the PACs, and obviously they have to follow what they say, right? They can tell you anything outside, right? They can give you a speech. They can be like, yes, I support this, I support that, but that's just words. They are not taking action. And again, right? I think we're still beyond of voting. We're way beyond that point. I've seen a lot of people that are still not really willing to take that step out. Again, understandable, right? Because we need to be all to be in the same page in order to take that action. But this is this is actually something I was just getting out of my head out last night. I was like, half the people want to to revolt, right? Revolution, and that involves violence. But the other half wants peace, and that is just mean peacefully or pacify. I don't remember the exact words I said. But how are we gonna accomplish anything if half the people, right, like we're still divided? That's not gonna take us anywhere. Because that's what they want actually. Like they want us to be divided and not join forces all together. Because we need to be talking with the Republicans. We need to be talking with both sides of the aisle. Exactly, Mason. I mean, and again, right? So we have it's Fox stuff. I don't know. Let me actually just go check real quick. Yeah, so it's Fox 12, kptw.com. That's the news station that is here. So if you guys want to also be looking out for whatever they are gonna be saying on the news, that you guys have it. Exactly, exactly. They are the domestic terrorists, but they are considered, since they are basically working along with the government, they don't consider themselves like that. Again, that is just a pattern through history that's happening again, right? We're just repeating history at this point. And I mean, you guys can see that. You guys can see how the energy is here. Like, there's not many people. We're not really gonna be accomplishing anything. We're literally just complying with the rules. We're complying with the officials, literally. Like, if you guys are literally paying attention to what the Democrats are posting, they are like, aligning with what the narrative right now is, right? So basically, they're playing the what is it called? The the Common Sense Party. That was basically a year and a half, 2 years ago, with when they were in power. The Republicans were with the Common Sense Party. Now it's the Democrats, right, playing the Common Sense Party. They're literally keeping the people divided. That's all they want to do. They're not really willing to do anything other than keeping us divided. Exactly, Mason. And I mean, there's a lot of footage, right? We have plenty of footage that local cops, local law enforcement are working along with it. Literally stopping civilians, stopping anybody that's recording, detaining them illegally. There's a lot. There's a lot of evidence. Exactly, Mason. Exactly. Because they know, right? They know if they keep half of the people asleep or asking for peace, then nothing is gonna move forward. That's my reason of being against both sides of the aisle, not supporting anybody in specific. Damn, it's fucking freezing, honestly. Like, yes, I understand people like right not willing to be outside for obvious reasons, but like, it's just it's literally just going back and forth with the same argument. So exactly, Mason, exactly.
Este tema se lo dedico a todo el continente latinoamericano, todo Puerto Rico,
And again, right, I actually appreciate that the people that organize this. I like, don't get me wrong, because that's basically just making connections, getting people to know people that they haven't met before. Uh, Thank you, Melissa. Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, I really try, but there's things that really sometimes it is really hard. Like economically wise, that shit is hard sometimes.
dando las opiniones. Gracias.
We'll see. Well, there's still more people coming in, so. Also, the reason I say economically hard, right? Don't take me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I really am not begging for money. I don't want to start begging for money or anything. It's just the fact that I used to actually be a little more stable with TikTok, right? It was a little more money coming my way with TikTok, like simply live streaming or being here in general. That shit was like, I can be Gucci, I can be good, just doing what I can, and you know. But man, ever since they fucking sold TikTok to the American companies, again, right? There's a lot of things that changed. Payment, they are now forcing people to upload proof of or any ID. So they're asking for your tax information, and they are asking for IDs. That's again controlling everything now. We're simply just heading more and more and more towards the 2030 agenda, which is a one government, one single currency, everything controlled by the same people. BlackRock, uh, Street something, that's the other one, or Vanguard. At least they're putting music that is aligning with the situation. As I actually appreciate that, but what is music again gonna do if people are not out here showing up? Exactly, Mason. Exactly. I see you commenting right with that person. But I mean, it's again right. Just it's hard, honestly, sometimes to have conversations with this type of people when they're not willing to question themselves, to question their own beliefs, or question anything in general. Like I've tried talking with MAGA people. It's hard to have that type of discussions when they're not willing to question the narrative. If they're not willing to question the narrative that the media is telling them, or even the government is telling them, then we're falling in a fucking hole. Okay, as soon as I saw the Conquer land, I was like, okay, that's it. You're gone, stupid ass. That's it. How the fuck did I get visibility restriction? So your live is not eligible for recommendation and restricted is still reserved for 10 minutes because your live does not comply for the for you misinformation again. Bro, I'm getting man, I swear, what the fuck? So I'm getting reported for misinformation. That's crazy. And what did I say that was wrong? I just said it's hard to dialogue with people that are not willing to question their beliefs. I both, Alicia, both. Like I mute them and then block them right away. No, I mean when it started, right? I had like 500 viewers, and I know those are some of them are bots. They're just here to fucking report my shit. Because again, right? I still have that clip that the guy at the ice facility said that they know my socials. So somehow they actually know when I go live, so they know how to when to report me. Exactly, spam reporters. It's just yeah. Let me actually start getting up. Plus, it's getting actually it is getting cold just to be sitting down there. Well, we're back to the chants.
Ice out of Portland! Ice out of Portland! Ice out of Portland! Ice out of Portland! Revoke the permit! Revoke the permit! Revoke the permit! Revoke the permit! Ice out of Portland! Ice out of Portland! Ice out of Portland! Ice out of Portland!
And we don't have Tommy, but we have these
Thank
guys,
you
so
all so
it's gonna
much
be
for
the same.
coming out here today to stand against ICE and to demand that City Council and the Mayor take immediate action to shut down the Portland ICE facility and kick ICE out of Portland. My name is Holly. I'm with Portland contra las Diputaciones. We're an immigrant rights organization here in Portland. And we have been fighting since June, or actually since February, to shut down the Portland ICE facility. But there are people in Portland who have been fighting for this for years. We have this demand to shut down the Portland ICE facility because it is a home base for ICE's operations. The conditional use permit for that facility was granted by Portland City Council in 2011. It was this organizational body here that allowed ICE to have this building here in the first place. And so we need the government of Portland to step in and fix the problem that they created. We're going to have some great speakers today, and they're going to talk to you more about why we are here and what we're asking for. But I want to ground us in the moment that we are in here today. In Minneapolis, just 2 weeks ago, a woman, Renee Good, was murdered in broad daylight on camera in the middle of a residential neighborhood by ICE. Shame! Just 1 day later, 2 Portlanders were shot here by Border Patrol. Shame! ICE is escalating its violence. And boo! Shame! And what we have heard from Portland City Council is basically silence. We have seen inaction on the part of our government officials when it comes to fighting ICE. And repeatedly, they tell us that there is nothing they can do because it's the federal government, that they have no control, and that we just have to follow these lengthy bureaucratic processes to get that Portland ICE facility shut down. But we're not going to listen to those excuses anymore. We can't. We simply cannot. The situation demands so much more. So that's why we are here today, to say that there will be no justice, there will be no peace until we get what we are asking for, and that is to shut down that Portland ICE facility. So when we go inside, as they've done before, they might give us some excuses. They might tell us all these different reasons why they can't do things. But I want you to remember that the people inside that building have the ability to change the law, and that's what we need them to do. So without further ado, I'm going to get started with some speakers. We're going to start with Izzy from Portland contra las Diputaciones.
City Council and the Mayor have had ample time to take a stand against ICE terror. For decades, ICE has been racially profiling and ripping families apart. In 2011, Portland City Council approved ICE to set up a base in our city to centralize, organize, and coordinate their deportation machine. Since 2016, they have been allowed to escalate their destruction and rounding up of families to throw into concentration camps. In this last year, they have escalated to unprecedented levels of terror and oppression. What have the Mayor and City Council done? In June, we created a coalition supporting the revocation of the permit for the Portland ICE facility. A campaign originally started in 2018, but restarted in February. That's right, people have been asking for this for over 7 years. We increased the pressure. Since February, we collected 19,000 signatures demanding the facility be shut down. This is a popular demand among Portlanders. We sent over 1,000 emails, met with city councilors, went to council meetings, participated in public comment, doing everything the right way. And how have they responded? Most councillors did absolutely nothing. Zimmerman and Hurdle-Guinea notably seemed to take immense joy, in fact, in wasting as much time as possible during meetings, droning on and on over nothing, while constituents wait for hours for the opportunity to beg them to do something about ICE. They buried their heads in the sand while masked men kidnapped our neighbors, poisoned a low-income apartment and an elementary school, and the National Guard threatened to descend onto us. Our very own Mayor Keith Wilson was absolutely silent on this issue all the way until August. It wasn't until we disrupted city council meetings and Mayor Wilson's interview at Bike Happy Hour, yes, this man was out for drinks after ignoring ICE terror for months, that they finally issued another land use violation to Stuart Lindequist, then publicly congratulated themselves. Lindequist, the landlord of the ICE building, then appealed the violation, claiming he was facing political discrimination for leasing to unpalatable tenants, despite the fact that the violation was because ICE had broken the law by detaining people over the 12-hour limit over 50 times per their own data. Mayor Wilson could have pushed the violation forward to a vote and had the ICE permit revoked back in November. Instead, he allowed Lindequist to appeal the violation and gave him an extension to provide evidence for its invalidity. He does not care. That is who our mayor is. The same mayor who, when I told him I had to get a chest x-ray because of ICE's tear gas, rolled his eyes at me. The same mayor who, when ICE shot 2 Portlanders 2 weeks ago, sent the police to protect the ICE building. An illegal use of city resources per sanctuary city code, by the way. Police who harassed and brutalized protesters, arrested them with zip ties, maced and punched people, groped my breasts. All on Mayor Wilson's orders to protect ICE. Sanctuary city, my ass! What have the progressive city councilors been doing throughout this? Like I said, most have been absolutely silent, but what about those who aren't? Are they making public statements, pressuring the mayor to push the violation through? Are they pressuring permitting and development to push the violation through? Are they creating legislation to shut down the ICE facility? No. Councillor Murillo has actually repeatedly spoken out against shutting down the facility, saying, "I've come to the conclusion that shutting down McAdam is not the right approach for now, as far back as July." Her reasoning being that after detaining immigrants, ICE would transport them to the long-term detention center in Tacoma instead of the facility here, where immigration lawyers would theoretically have a 12-hour window to get them out. ICE also claims the building must remain open in service of immigrants. Murillo and ICE have the same stance on this. Hundreds are being detained every month, and not a single immigrant has been released after being detained at the McAdam facility through this process, per data dating back to 2023. They are all already being sent to Tacoma. The solution isn't to host ICE. In November, Murillo and Councillor Mitch Green proposed an impact fee that would fine private landlords leasing to ICE, like Lindequist, for any costs they create to the city. The first example of cost to the city listed in this ordinance is police overtime. They are literally having the ICE landlord pay for police to protect the ICE building. Mind you, nothing is stopping ICE from reimbursing him. These motherfuckers found a loophole in Sanctuary City Code, effectively allowing ICE to pay for police protection, which is illegal, through the landlord, and put it forth as progressive legislation. When I pointed this out in November, they kicked me out of the meeting for being disruptive, despite that Murillo, Koyama Lane, and Hurdle-Guinea were all seen whispering and giggling with one another, texting and eating, leaving the room and coming back with pizza throughout public comment. Just after the meeting, Murillo reposted a meme calling us feds for criticizing her policy. Last meeting, she made passive-aggressive posts on Blue Sky against revoking the ICE permit during public comment, continuing the pattern of utter disrespect to constituents, staying true to the egregiously childish social media conduct I had called her out for. When others called them out for being distracted and disrespectful during the meeting, they hid behind a banner of victimhood claiming the criticism was simply misogyny. Green and Canal posted backing them up. Green even named our group as the supposed perpetrators, even though we aren't the ones who uploaded the viral videos. Green has not been involved in any further action regarding ICE. Canal has, though. Last week he proposed a mask ban, forbidding federal agents from concealing their identity, at least in theory. Portland police are actually specifically instructed not to give any commands, restraint, or detainment once they determine that the federal agent is in fact a federal agent. This is just another law forbidding impersonating an officer, which is already illegal. These people keep congratulating themselves for throwing sand in the gears of fascism. They're not throwing sand in shit. They've been scolding and slandering us for trying to do exactly that. They instead proposed putting up a sign that says, if you're going to terrorize our communities and rip families apart, throw people in concentration camps, poison our streets, homes, and schools, please just show your face. But if you don't, that's also okay. We won't stop you. I don't know about you all, but personally, I am appalled by how these politicians have been handling this crisis. They're not just spineless, they're complicit. They're not just cowards, they're traitors. If you are sick and tired of these jackasses enabling ICE, ignoring their constituents, and wasting our time, let me hear you say it. City Council, shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you! Lost my spot. We are going to go in there and we are going to show them that as long as they are part of the problem, they do not get to carry on business as usual. We will not allow them to. We demand that they stand up for the people by revoking the permit and kicking ICE out of Portland. ICE out of Portland! ICE out of Portland! ICE out of Portland! ICE out of Portland! Revoke the permit! Revoke the permit! Revoke the permit! Revoke the permit! When I say City Council, say do your job. City Council! Do your job! City Council! Do your job! Mayor Wilson! Do your job! Mayor Wilson! Do your job! Thank you.
Again, no justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace.
If we don't get no justice,
We don't get no justice.
then they don't get no peace.
Then they don't get no peace.
No justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace.
If we don't get no justice,
If we don't get no justice,
then they don't get no peace.
then they don't get no peace.
All right, we're going to go to our last speaker, but before we do that really quick, I just want to give some housekeeping items because we're running a little bit close on time. So we're going to go ahead and get lined up to go into that building at 5:40. They will open up the doors at 5:45. We want to try and basically pack the room. So if everybody can follow us in, and we want to try and fit as many of us as possible on the first floor. Once we overflow in that floor, we can go onto the second floor. Some of us are going to get public comment. If you have one of those signs that I handed out, please hold them up while we're doing public comment. After that, some of us are going to be doing some chants. So we're going to be letting them know loud and clear that it's not okay to continue on with business as usual. It's not okay to just be talking about, property taxes. Well, ICE is terrorizing people here in Portland, and we're not going to allow that to go on. We're not going to be silent. We're going to force them to do something today, tomorrow, immediately. So just get ready. At 5:40, we're going to all go get in line, all right? And if you need any help, you can always come and find me or one of the organizers. If you're an organizer today, can you raise your hand? Cool. Yeah, so come find us if you need any help. But next up, we're going to hear from Pedro. He's one of the original creators of the petition to revoke the permit and close down the ICE facility.
Thank you, Holly. Thank you, Portland contra las deportaciones. Thank you, ISIS. When I say ICE, you say out. ICE! Out! ICE! Out! ICE! Out! ICE! Out! ICE! Out! ICE! Out! When I say revoke, you say the permit. Revoke! The permit! Revoke! The permit! Revoke! The permit! Revoke! The permit! I want to thank all of you for being here. I want you to know that you all need it here. So thank you so much for being here. If there are any of you who are coming out for the first time in a long time or the first time ever, I thank you for doing that. You are so needed for being here. Thank you. I will end for all of you who have been doing it for so long. Just keep doing that. All right? Just keep going at it. You're my comrade. And if you're here for the first time, you're my comrade too. I'm going to keep this very short. And I want to start by saying that abolish ICE, it is not a slogan. Abolish ICE is not a jingle. And I know that many of us want to do something about what's going on out there. I know you want to do something. I know you want to show up in spaces that you can. I know you want to be engaged in ways that you can to make a difference. I want you to be aware about the dangers of performative liberal politics. How dangerous liberal politics are in pacifying movements, co-opting for nothing to happen when the people really are moving, when people really are engaging in action, when people really are demanding action and a change. So I want you to be, when you can, aware when politicians are coming out here using platforms that they can, platforms that they have, to say abolish ICE, but don't do shit about it. Politicians coming out here saying abolish ICE, but then somebody says revoke the permit and they feel like, they seem like they're about to shit their pants. I want you to be suspicious of that, because that's how movements get undermined. Then they want you to rally, to follow them. They will know all the good points to say. They know exactly what to say when they go out there. They know how to even weaponize their own stories, their own upbringings, the stories of their own upbringing, to pacify the movement. Because their agenda is done. Their agenda was to make it to a fucking seat and not do anything. And if you run for office and you're sitting in a fucking seat, do your fucking job. And the job right now is to revoke the permit. Revoke the permit. Revoke. 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 When they are engaging in all this talk about bureaucracy and we can do it now and we need some time and we're going to put some a ban on the mask and we're going to, put the fees on the payments and all that, be suspicious of that, all right? We got to be suspicious of that. So to all the politicians, revoke the permit, shut it down or get out. 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 All right. I just heard that the doors are open, so let's move on.
Alright people, I'm gonna end this stream real quick because I need to go through fucking security. I'll turn it back on as soon as I'm in, alright? I'll see you guys in a little bit. Or actually, never mind, let me see what happens. Let me see. Never mind, actually,